fucking that bitch and that make her say, oh, 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 oh. Y'all not listen to that Don Dollar song? That shit hard. This got one I got two. Can't be no better than you. Can't be no better than you. Alright, so this video is the crash dummy test, the crash out test. That luscious beard. This is the crash dummy test video, and we're gonna see which person is a crash out and what other person is not the crash out. Jubilee vid, Jubilee for the win. Let's get it.
I'm an empath.
I am an empath.
I am an empath.
So who is the crash out? First looks. See, with the build right here, these people right here, they can either be really chill and mellow, or they can be really fucking insane. This build right here, yeah. And then her. She has those eyes where she could crash out. I'm gonna show y'all the other chick. So her. I don't see her really crashing out, to be honest. And I can see her being a crash out. Her right here, I can see her being a crash out. Her at the bottom, nah, she ain't no crash out. I just skip over bro. I gotta see bro's personality, him right here in the white and black, and then I'll really make my decision. Okay, I love my sisters. I love my sisters. I love my sisters. She look batshit crazy. I ain't gonna lie. But I'm gonna have to see her personality too to really get like a guess. Cause she seemed like a person that could be mellow, but like with those clear glasses, she looked like a crash out.
So let's go around and say what makes us an empath.
I am a emotional empath, so I can sense people's emotions very quickly from afar.
I feel emotions in my body. I'm like a sponge.
Yeah.
So I'll like soak up the people's emotions around me and then throw it back at them.
It's a thermometer.
Ooh. Allison, she don't seem like the crazy type, like the glass up type. Like, yeah, you'll have to try your hardest to get her to that point.
You know how to feel the room. The temperature is very in your face, and you know how to adjust to it.
Being an empath for me helps me with my work as a mental health advocate.
I think it's a big difference between relating to people's emotions versus feeling. Like anyone can feel what other people are feeling, but it's different to relate and actually feel those emotions for yourself.
I would say that I'm also the type of person to really place myself in another person's shoes, and also I'm a sponge as well. I feel like if I see someone crying, I fight the urge.
Chrissy too nice.
Well, I'm also on the spectrum, so as an autistic empath, I can sense things very easily and not.
Let me not get canceled. Ain't no wrong with being that, but I feel like if I was gonna say what I was gonna say, they would be trying to cancel me.
Not only that, it's a blessing and a bit of a curse because it could also lead me into getting possibly taken advantage of.
Me too. I have the tism also. Tism buddies.
I have autism also.
Oh, you too?
Yeah.
Oh, yay.
When I heard someone else was on the spectrum, I felt less alone. As an autistic person, we feel a lot.
And I think too, like we can always tell like how someone walks, like we can feel the weight of their like shoulders literally touching the ground. And so I think watching how someone walks and things like that, like you can definitely feel where they're at. Have you ever done that before?
Like this, or do they walk like this, or like this? I don't know. I've never paid attention to it.
Oh my God, yeah. Can we like try and walk back and, well, this is kind of a small space. Usually we'll ask people like, I won't ask them, I'll watch them walk, essentially, then I'll get a little bit more.
Okay, so fashion show? All
right. Oh, she's gonna do a catwalk. We're gonna like really do this.
No, just kidding.
Okay, okay. That's chill.
I thought it was an interesting strategy. I had never thought about going that method or that way. And I was also like nervous to walk a certain way that I don't know how an empath would walk or not walk.
Cold lagered, cold filtered, cold packaged. Coors Light. Choose chill.
I don't know what I'm doing.
It's okay.
I feel like we're
sense
having
the-
thoughts.
the
Okay.
curiosity. Oh, we're.
Oh, okay. I'm good.
You okay?
We're good.
You're definitely with us 'cause you walked
Oh,
outside the
no.
Are you okay?
I'm fine.
Okay.
That's not embarrassing at all. Oh, God.
She did that on purpose.
Okay, we're good. Anyway, next.
Well, is she one of them white girls that make the funny faces and go, "Oh, you're so funny." Well, she goes like, or, and then it makes the whole crowd laugh. She's one of those.
It's okay. You fell gracefully.
Right? That's not going to be on the. Yeah. Surprise, the fall was fake. Ha 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 ha. So I wanted to fall to see if people would react. So either people would feel empathetic towards me and go, "Oh no, are you okay?" and like try to help me up, or people would giggle because they'd feel like the secondhand embarrassment. So I was trying to see like who didn't react at all.
Oh
because
shit!
that
I didn't
person
even
was
look.
probably
It seemed like it could have been fake, and I thought, oh, maybe she's the one. I'm not sure.
I don't know how to walk.
Oh my
Just
gosh.
walk like me and we're good.
Am I supposed to pretend to be
Oh, I mean,
confident?
you just be yourself.
Just be yourself. Like you're walking through the house, you're going to the kitchen, you're gonna make some food.
That's how I do.
I feel that.
I feel like you're getting judged.
No,
you're not.
you got this. All right, very exciting.
You have a really good food.
Wow. What I noticed from the walk is a lot of awkwardness. Like Christine had an awkward walk, Cassie had an awkward walk, Allison just fumbled. So I just noticed that there was a lot going on there. I think Austin was probably the biggest giveaway that he probably was an empath.
What do you guys do for work?
I'm a Lego artist, so I build with Lego. I get to play with Lego all day.
I am actually an artist. I actually make a lot of art designs. As of late, I've been working on some figure drawing and oil painting because I'm currently in college. And outside of that, I also do photography.
Oh, that is so
Yes.
awesome. I work as a social media manager for an oil painter in La Jolla. So it's
so
funny the
cool.
art. Yeah.
Yes.
Mine's very complicated. I work with the public, but like I'm in the public and I do a lot of like journey walks and experiences with people. I'm like an Airbnb host as well as like other things.
So you got the
Photography,
walk-in on point.
yeah.
Walks,
I
walk in.
mean, yeah. And then photography would be my little like paint.
I'm a student. I'm in high school still, but senior year, almost done, thank goodness. And then I work at my church just on like the weekends.
I think you can learn a lot from what someone does for work. A lot of creative types seem to be empathetic, so that kind of like threw me off that we were all kind of creative types of people.
Y'all know the movie Inside Out?
Yeah.
Yeah, that movie kind of shows some people's indications of like what's their leading emotions. Because if you notice with Riley, her leading emotions were joy and sadness, and then with the eventual movie will be anxiety, which I can relate so much.
Inside Out too.
Yes.
I voted for Veronica at the very beginning just because she was a little bit more quiet.
Her wardrobe is a little bit darker.
She got the
And then
crash
she's a
out
little
material,
longer,
bro.
she's kinda
She
quiet,
got the
she's
crash
really
out material, bro.
She was a little quiet.
Like I only got
And
three
everything she
suspects: the black chick,
responded was
him,
not
and then the one, the white
what
girl,
you
the Veronica, I think her name was.
I'm more of a listener. I'm very observant. That's most.
I know she a yeah, Veronica. She got to be a crash
so
dummy.
I think that I probably
I get
wasn't
the
talking
vibe.
as much as I should have, and they thought that was suspicious.
I think she the crash out, bro.
You okay?
Yeah, I was just watching this cat video and it made me really sad, and then I went into the
Yeah.
really learn how to
Maybe it'd be help therapy, better help. Sort of today's train.
help therapist. Help.
Empathetic person in your life, and how would you say they influenced you?
Probably my most empathetic person in my life would be my mother, because she's really the only person I mostly have. She's the one that really understands me, especially when
I misunderstood.
I'm not feeling it.
I would say it's probably my bestie Mookie, Because like I call him whenever something good happens or whenever something bad happens, and he kind of like matches my energy. So if like something really good is happening, and then he'll be like, oh my god, I'm so excited, and I'll be like, oh my god, I'm excited that you're excited, and then we just kind of build. Like whereas like if something really good happens and I tell my mom, she's like, okay, and I'm like, ah.
Ooh, this is really hard. I actually think there's a lack of because of it. Maybe my brother is a little bit, but like what's interesting is because I'm an Airbnb host, like, and I share the space with my guests, I typically get a lot of empaths staying with me because it's not typical that someone would want to live with someone else.
Right.
And so it's really like my guests, it's the people that stay with me.
My former pastor was the most empathetic person around me. He's currently deceased, and I opened up to him about a lot of things, and he didn't judge me, and I'm very grateful that I had him in my life.
That's beautiful.
Really
I would say that the most empathetic person in my life is definitely my sister. She has grown up with special needs, and I feel like she's just such a people person as well, and she's taught me so much about love, about patience, about, oh, I feel like I'm about to cry. About just so much. So she's definitely the biggest impact in my life for sure.
She was talking about something emotional, and I was like kind of looking at her eyeballs to see if they were gonna like water up, and I didn't see a lot of watering up, even though she's like, oh my god, I'm gonna cry. I was like, are you?
What was the most like traumatic thing that happened that you noticed that it brought it out of you even further?
Oh my gosh. I would say for me, I had a really bad car accident, like at the end of high school. And my best friend was in like the passenger side with me. And obviously we ended up leaving unhurt, and I'm so grateful that that was the case. But I think that made me more empathetic because I did not want anything to happen to her. And also, it's also made me appreciate life. You just never know when your last moment.
Being homeless has brought out empathy. Well, not currently homeless, but I was homeless, and that has brought out a lot of empathy in me, and that's why I work with homeless
I would have
people,
saved her.
because I want them to know that the world has not given up on them. Being homeless shaped me a lot. It actually made me a better person. When I was on the streets, I wanted to help other people that were worse off than me, and that's when I started being an empathetic person.
Yeah, and I was gonna say for me, probably was like when cause usually I go to my mom, but like when she lost her mother or my grandmother, and what was crazy enough, it was in 2019, and that was actually the year I was graduating from high school. Everything turned differently, and especially as, of course, as someone on the spectrum, I probably got more empathetic once I started realizing I kept being taken for granted to the point it was so mind-numbing, and I couldn't help myself out, but I was able to help other kids who has more higher levels of whether it's autism or even Down syndrome, to help them out know it's okay.
Peach, lemon, lime. Simply spiked.
I think she was just putting on a persona. So I thought she had like some sociopath tendencies, and I just was like, oh, why is she trying to like curate an image around herself? So.
Although I really liked her story, it just felt like it was somewhat typical non-empath behavior. I voted for her mostly because I just wasn't really feeling it within that round.
I feel like because I asked the questions initially, that was probably like why I got voted out. And also when I started explaining stuff about my sister and the traumatic incident, I felt like I was choking up and I felt like I was getting nervous. And so I think that made me think like, okay, I'm probably gonna get voted out.
If everyone feels confident that you already caught the mole, you can end the game now. But if the majority has doubts, the game will continue. Please raise your hand if you want to continue playing the game.
Okay, what's your favorite Disney movie?
I would say two, one from Disney, one from Pixar. My Disney would be Big Hero 6, because I can relate with Hero. And for Pixar, I had to give them credit because they got me real good. Turning Red.
Okay.
I felt May's pain deeply, real deeply.
What about you guys?
Oh, it's The Little Mermaid. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you were before me. It's just as soon as I thought, I was like, I love Pocahontas because I cried during Pocahontas. But The Little Mermaid is also good too.
Yeah.
It's kind of like the same storyline.
It's very much so.
Mine's Hercules.
Hercules.
I just, the
Interesting.
music's so good. So I wanted to know about people's favorite Disney movies specifically, because there are certain Disney movies that just are too emotionally like get. If Lion King's your favorite movie, there is something wrong with you, because when Simba's dad dies and he's like, Papa, wake up, you're like, my heart can't take it.
Okay, I'm really thinking this through. Like, who broke your heart?
Oh God.
And explain like what you felt.
Okay, so I am 31 years old, and this is like cringy that I'm saying this on Jubilee, but I'm 31 years old and I've never had a boyfriend. So there's this saying, and it goes, it is better to have loved and lost than to have never loved at all. And I agree with that, because I would have loved to have a boyfriend, or now that I'm in my 30s, a husband. So yeah, I never got my heart broken in a romantic way, unfortunately. I don't know if that's unfortunate or not, but yeah.
There's a few family members who, okay, not emotions. There's a few family members who I am no longer connected with. Yeah. If I talk more, I'm gonna cry. But it's
No, this is
but
good.
yeah.
Definitely would be love and lost. And so like for me, it was like going through that experience. This person was also like empathetic, so for her and I, it was like very much like we could feel a lot of what was going on in the world, and I feel like I lost my partner. I asked this also because like there's things that happen afterwards. When you lose someone, or like there's a breakup, or there's some type of trauma.
We have a tie.
Uh-oh.
The tie is between Austin and Aaron. So you guys will get 20 seconds each to state your case. Ready, set, go.
I'm an empath because, one, I understand emotions completely through everybody. I, in fact, also understand empath through also tarot cards, and I also love studying energies through zodiacs and other ways to.
Oh yeah, he not a
channel
psychopath.
People's energies, and
He the crash out for something else.
My only saying is, in silence, you can still hear words. And so I just think that, I don't know, I think Austin said a lot. I was gonna say, Austin said a lot, that's all I'm gonna say.
I think we were suspicious about Aaron because he seemed too empathetic.
Aaron seemed a little sketch because he didn't echo people's reactions. He just was like very
Yeah, I think it is the light skinned dude.
and stuff like that.
The light skinned dude
I
is a
thought
crash out.
Maybe it would be him, but I feel so bad. We still love you.
I might have not spoken so much. I wasn't as bubbly as the others. It was just easy maybe to have me be voted out next.
It's both.
Today we embark on a journey to the tranquil oasis of the App Store. Close your eyes and envision Namaste.
Please raise your hand if you'd like to continue playing the game. The game has ended. If the lights turn green, that means you voted out the mole and you win. If the light turns red, that means the mole is still in the box and you lose. Let's change the lights in 3, 2, 1. All right, well, the person who is not an empath, please step forward and reveal yourself in 3, 2, 1.
She was my third choice. She was my third choice. She was my third choice.
I knew it couldn't have been you.
She was my third choice. She looked like a crash out.
I was so irritated because I was the only person I found out from the first round that sniffed her out right away.
I thought we were golden. I mean, we got the 3 tisms, and I did not expect
The tisms is crazy.
anything from those 2 at all. Maybe if I was closer to her, maybe I would have felt some energy vibes. But yeah, I have no idea.
I am not an empath. I have autism and ASPD, which is antisocial personality disorder, which is technically psychopathy. Antisocial personality disorder has affected me in many different ways. I talk about it on my YouTube channel, which is Chocolate Autism. I do not completely lack empathy. I have cognitive empathy, but I do not have emotional empathy. Everything that I said is true. I work with people that are mentally ill, people that are homeless, people that have substance abuse issues that are on the streets. When people think about sociopaths, they automatically think murderers, you know, like bad people. But they don't understand that there is a spectrum. Low functioning sociopaths have low impulse control, and most of them have a low IQ, and they do go out and hurt people and act on their intrusive thoughts. People that are high functioning sociopaths might have intrusive thoughts, but there's a misconception that people that have ASPD don't care about others. It's not that we don't care about people's feelings, we just don't understand them.
Hearing about the spectrum of how sociopaths can be, that was very helpful to me because I did have someone close to my life who was on the extreme spectrum, especially someone who wanted to be.
And I thought he was the Crashout.
malicious
He was my
towards
first
others,
choice.
Someone who was bubbly and kind
But
of
like what I said with his personality, like I'm right about these people. He's either like a super mellow person, which he clearly is, or insane.
and a little bit reserved but nice. Like that was just different.
Sociopathy has affected me in many different ways. It has affected my love life because I don't have one. And I don't know if I'm capable of love. I don't understand love. Obviously,
I think I got
I
that.
try to love my mother and my sister, but I do not know what love is. I do not know what happiness is. I try to pretend to be, you know, a functioning member of society because I don't want to be an outcast. But honestly, I spend most of my life pretending. Not as much as today, but yeah, I'm just pretending to be happy when sometimes I feel nothing, but I am not going to let.
Yep.
Can I be honest?
Yep.
I just wanted to see how far I would go in the game.